closed session, it was the Grand Slam sports versus the City of Zion.
We have that in writing, so we don't have to go to closed for that.
Oh, okay, we can talk about it out here.
Well, there's nothing, there's no update other than what has been presented to us in writing.
There is an update with the Grand Slam sports.
There is an update?
It is, and when
that our attorneys have?
When I spoke with the city clerk, this was to be put on the agenda for closed session.
We have one item with Grand Slam that was presented to us.
And it was another item that came in as well.
That came in?
Yes, that was forwarded to the city clerk in regards to the Grand Slam that she advised would be added.
Based on the email that you sent us?
Correct.
The
second
added
one.
On the agenda.
Okay.
On the closed session.
The state, okay. Because I'm seeing it here on the agenda, but when the mayor said it wasn't a closed session, and we do have an update.
Well, we've gotten to the place with Grand Slam where everything that is coming from Grand Slam, I've asked to be forwarded to the council in writing. Mm-hmm. And then if there is any other additional material that our attorneys don't know about, we need to have it go through them first, and then...
Okay. Well, this is an update that I just received that came from the state of Illinois in regarding Grand Slam.
The state of Illinois?
Correct.
Well, it needs to go to our attorneys first.
Well, that's why that's why I requested the city clerk to put it on the agenda for closed session.
Well, we don't have a closed session tonight, though.
It's an important update, Mayor.
It may be an important update, but we don't have a closed session tonight.
Okay. I'm seeing 3 things listed here for closed session.
Your Honor, I believe the fire department had a personnel issue as well from closed session.
Mayor, with the Commissioner Deteen not here tonight, it'd be my recommendation we do that at another time. Or have him and the department members presented individually to the commissioners and to you. I've heard the presentation already, so it's about a 10-15 minute presentation.
Oh, yes, yes. I know what you mean. Would that be all right? We do it that way, Chief?
We're under a tight schedule, so if we could do it tonight, it's best. But we can grab and talk quickly at the end. It's your call, but we're under a tight schedule for the opportunity, that's all.
Well, I can tell you that as far as closed session materials go, and I will make this statement publicly, when closed session material winds up later in Chicago metropolitan newspapers, we then are not going to go to closed session. We are not going to closed session. Not this evening, anyway.
At our last regular meeting, in which I chaired the meeting, we did have an executive session, a very brief one, and I informed the council at the end of that session that I no longer would share information in closed session. I would do it individually with the mayor and the commissioners, individually and privately, for the same reason you just stated. I get tired of reading it in the papers and things coming out of open session that shouldn't by one member of this council. And if you know the articles I'm referring to, it even named the member of the council.
Well, this council can share that if they like, but this council knows that they've been having behind closed doors meetings for years and years. And the bottom line is we need to get to the bottom of the results of what's happening. Today I was informed that the state of Illinois is about to launch an investigation against us in regards to the $1.3 million grant that they gave us. And we need to talk about
whoever
that.
informed you of that lied. We
need to talk
We have
about
an
that.
audit hearing. No, we don't. I'm in charge of that, and I'm handling it.
We need to have a plan.
I'm in charge of that, not you, and I'm handling it. We have an audit
We
session
need to have
scheduled
a
next
plan
week.
in place in
Yeah.
regards to what we will
The
do.
problem is, Commissioner, you don't have the experience or the knowledge to know what you're talking about, and you come out here and talk about closed session. You don't even know what the law allows behind closed session. You
Jim,
don't even know.
Jim, the bottom line is this. I know that the citizens of Zion are tired of getting lies and tired of getting
And all of
things
it is
fed to
coming
them.
from you, Commissioner. You hold these public meetings without
Well,
the support of this
the-
council.
The bottom line is this, Jim. It's time for the city of Zion to start healing and the uproot of
Commissioner,
corruption to
you've got
happen.
one vote, and you'll always have one. That's all you've got in this
Well,
council.
you know, that's up for the citizens
Mayor, I
to
would
decide.
move that the agenda be approved
But
as
we need to
amended.
have a plan in place.
With adding the two items that we have in front of us.
We don't have a plan in place in regards to what we're going to do with that baseball stadium. And we need to have a plan in
Well,
place.
as long as you're willing to play it out in the newspaper with reporters, Commissioner, we will never have a plan that we will know what to do with the baseball stadium.
The bottom
I, for
line,
one,
the
was
bottom
not
line
even
is
here.
I'm going to
But I
stay
know one thing.
focused on
I am
letting you know,
tired.
Mayor, that it's time for us
I am tired.
to work as a council to get to the answers that the citizens
I am
that
tired.
we need.
And don't use the citizens as an excuse, because there is no excuse for the activity and the actions of one commissioner on this council. There is no excuse.
There is no excuse
There is no
for what,
excuse.
there is no excuse for the situation that we are in today. That's what's the no excuse.
Commissioner, did you vote for the ballpark?
The ballpark.
Did you vote for everything that went
I
on with the ballpark?
I believe
The answer
in
to that is what?
I believed in the ballpark
The answer-
project just like everyone else. The project was 2 years into its making even before I came upon this council.
And
And the
nothing
bottom
was
line
decided
is,
until
the
after
bottom
you
line
came on the
there
council.
is, I'm just trying to stay focused here and let you know that we need to get a plan in place in regards to what
We will have a plan in place, Commissioner, but we're not going to play it out in the newspaper.
Well, the
We are
bottom
not
line-
going to play it out in the newspaper. We are not going to discuss
bottom
things
line, Mayor,
as a
is-
council. We are not going to discuss things as a council with our attorneys that are litigable issues back here to have them appear in the Sun-Times the next day or the next week.
Well,
We are not.
the bottom
And your
line.
name is attached to them right there in the paper.
But you're
Those
the
are
one
the facts.
you're the one that opened
Those
the
are
door
the
to the
facts.
news reporter. I mean, you're the one that let a news reporter in your house. I mean, why are you saying that I'm
No
the
news
only one
reporter
talking?
has been in my house.
No news reporter came to your house.
No news reporter. You said in my house.
You didn't let a news reporter in your house
I
and
did
shake
not.
his
I
shake his
did
hand
not.
and all
I
those
did
things.
not.
That didn't happen, man.
No, Commissioner.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
No. And how do you know that? I didn't talk to you about it. How do you know that?
The whole state of Illinois knows that.
Oh, yes.
Mayor, that's the same reporter that obviously lied to her and told her that was quoted in the paper saying we were selling City Hall.
Yes.
Another lie.
That's a lie, Jim. Really?
Yes,
That's a
and that
lie?
was the
That
first
is
thing
not
that
a lie.
came out. That was
That's
the
a
first
lie
thing
that
that
you
came out.
didn't
We never made the
That,
decision.
that's a lie
we
that
never
you did
made
not
the decision.
propose to sell City
Commissioner,
Hall.
would you listen once in a while?
No, I'm not going to listen because you're going to listen.
No,
The
not to
bottom
you.
line
I'm
is
not.
this.
You don't have anything.
You
I want
lied,
to.
Jim.
You don't have anything.
You
but
lied.
You're a liar.
You know, you're the liar.
You've been a headache ever since you've been on this council with your stolen signs from there.
Well,
the
you
department heads
know,
and
the bottom line
employees
is
and-
this, Jim. Your
It's-
backdoor deals are no longer going to be
Mayor,
acceptable
I would
in the
move that
city
we
of
add
Zion.
the two items to the agenda and move that we approve the agenda as amended. And
Is there a second? We have a motion and a second on the floor. Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Flamini?
Aye.
Commissioner Shantal Taylor?
What was the motion?
Motion
Should have been listening instead of talking.
to amend the agenda by tabling item 8G, adding the issue of Commissioner Flamini's regarding speed bumps, maintenance of the ball field, deleting closed session.
Why should we delete closed session?
Aye or nay? You have a vote.
Why should we delete closed session and we have things pending?
Aye or nay, Commissioner? You have a vote.
Aye.
Commissioner Jim Taylor.
Aye.
Mayor Harrison.
Aye.